Now it is the 4th day of June 2024. You're just in time for trending news on this 4th day of June. This is Lookuptv. Remember, you can watch this bulletin live on our Facebook and YouTube pages at Lookuptv. Now, Ian Keitani is my name. We kickstart our bulletin now, and President William Ruto has emphasized the pivotal role played by Korea, or rather Korea can play in Africa's transformation. In a keynote address at the inaugural Korea-Africa Summit, President Ruto, in his capacity as the chairperson of the Committee on African Heads of State on Climate Change, underscored Africa's eagerness to forge a robust partnership with Korean investors. Ruto further outlined Africa's abundant assets, including a dynamic, youthful population, arable land, renewable energy reserves, and mineral resources awaiting exploitation for mutual benefit.
It is important that this summit will point the way to the future for initiatives like the K-Rise Korea program, of which Kenya is an active participant, to be extended across Africa. Such programs are not just about enhancing production, but are also about building capacity and transferring technology to promote sustainability and resilience, especially in the light of escalating threat of global climate change. Secondly, I'm optimistic that a primary area of focus in our deliberations shall be science and technology. To be effective and sustainable, a repositioned partnership between Korea and Africa must be intentional in harnessing the potential of the fourth industrial revolution. Without a doubt, Korea's impressive advancement of ICT, and especially in the fields of robotics, biotechnology, artificial intelligence, and quantum computing, can enhance Africa's capacity to undertake successful economic transformation. I therefore call for a significant enhancement of technology transfer and knowledge exchange in order to empower our youth and spur inclusive economic development. Increased involvement of the private sector from both regions through investment will stimulate growth, create jobs, and foster innovation. Korea's highly developed capacity in renewable energy and sustainable technology is a vital complement of Africa's ambition to unlock its abundant resource potential, both through the continent's incomparable green energy potential as well as the manufacturing and industrial processing of other.
Now, the Council of Governors has raised concerns over a fresh ploy to return the health function to the national government through a calculated smear campaign, painting the devolved units as incompetent. The COG is also accusing the national government of denying counties' equitable share, which is now crossing the 100 billion shillings mark a few days to the end of the 2023-2024 financial year.
For the last 3 days, we have seen a deliberate attempt by KEMSA, the national government and their proponents, to try and paint the counties as having been unable to meet their debt obligation as far as drug supply are concerned in KEMSA. Allow me to state the following facts. For one, the counties usually pay their debts to KEMSA depending on the age of the debt. And it's also important to note that there is no county that usually buys from KEMSA upfront. It's always a debt. Most of the counties have paid their salaries. They have met their basic obligations in the counties, including the daily utility bills. The biggest problem is debts owed to suppliers, which have not been met because of the fact that the Treasury owes the counties 3 months worth of disbursement. A deliberate effort to taint counties as being unable to run the health sector, and therefore the push to bring it back to the national government. And that is a narrative that can be bought by Kenyans, because Kenyans have seen what is happening in the health space as compared to the time when it did not have devolution. KEMSA allows counties to have a debt up to 90 days, and that is 3 months. And yes, when debts accumulate, it does not mean that our patients have to wait until money is available for them to get sick. patients get sick, require drugs even when the treasury has not disbursed their monies. And therefore it's only become necessary for us to get dates from KEMSA.
To the Corridors of Justice, National Industrial Training Authority Director General Stephen Ogenga has been charged with improperly awarding 4.8 million shillings tender for the supply and repair of machines. Ogenga, during his tenure, is accused of using his office to improperly confer a benefit to Exponix Limited by authorizing payments in respect of a tender for the supply, delivery, installation, training, servicing, maintenance and repair of sewing and training machines. He allegedly committed the offense on dates between January 31st, 2019 and June 30th, 2021 within the country. Samburu West Member of Parliament Josephine Naisula Lesuda has issued constituency development checks amounting to 50.8 million shillings aimed at improving the infrastructure of schools and bursaries for needy students. Speaking at Naibo Keju Primary School, Lesuda urged the National Treasury to release more funds to enable the county to complete pending projects.
Increment of NGCDF funds then translate to much more services to the public. We have also been able to do more projects in our schools. Today we've given out checks for development projects. Most of our day schools, which we had started, had no laboratories. Now this financial year, next financial year, we'll be finishing in all our day schools. We will be ensuring a child is not encountering a Bunsen burner when they are going to do their final exams. It is okay for, others would say you would want that money to remain at the national government or at the Ministry of Education. But before someone who is in Nairobi gets to know a remote school of mine here in Samburu West and to know the needs, because we take the needs from the public and the teachers and the BOMs through public participation. You cannot tell me that somebody who is seated somewhere else at a central level will understand the priorities that we have here and allocate funds according to the priorities that we have. And so I am very pleased with the continuous increment of NGCDF and
PMC training about the work of NGCDF in our primary schools. They have had a very positive impact to our learners. Our schools are being transformed. That is, they are building permanent classrooms. Now we are moving from the semi-permanent to the permanent ones.
Now, staying in the Northern region is that leaders from the Kerio Valley Belt have urged religious institutions to collaborate with the government to address the ongoing banditry and insecurity in the region. Speaking at Kangole Chiang Church in West Pokot County, the leaders, led by Senate Majority Leader Aaron Cheriot, have criticized the government's ineffective force and unfair resource distribution, calling for more units to stabilize the region.
Ambia kanisa, nyinyi mmefanya kazi ya maana sana. Wale vijana wanasimama hapa wakirudi na wazungumzie wenzao ambao bado wako kwa ile maisha ya zamani. Wale watawasikia sababu wanajua wao wamewahi kukua hapo pia. So in fact I want to urge the government that apart from just using force and the might of the gun in trying to resolve the conflict and the challenges of security around this region, to think of better ways of collaborating with the church so that there can be long-lasting peace that will yield lives not only on heaven but also on earth here, so that people can enjoy peace.
The few people that wanaishi hiyo beto wapewa bunduki, sometimes they misuse it. I think as a way of balancing, serikali itoe yote, na rais alisema hivyo, ama ipatie wote so that kila mtu a balance your power. Otherwise, we always feel insecure. The government does not treat us.
Over 100 youths from vulnerable families in Isiolo County have received full scholarships to pursue vocational training courses. The program, courtesy of Wezesha Vijana Initiative, has been rolled out through a collaboration between Safaricom Foundation, Catholic Relief Services and the county government of Isiolo. The youth have been urged to take advantage of emerging opportunities and acquire technical skills that will enable them earn a decent living.
Wezesha Vijana program is targeting the vulnerable youth in Isiolo, Marsabit and Nairobi County. Currently, we are launching and flagging off scholarship for 100 vulnerable youth in Isiolo who are going to access technical vocational educational training and do courses in areas such as masonry, beauty therapy.
The policy of the national government is that there should be a polytechnic in every ward. Every ward itakuwa na polytechnic. Reason being, technical education is the only way to get a job.
Naitwa Levis Motevia, nimetoka Isiolo County, Wabera Ward, Kiwanjani. Mimi ni mwana youth huku, nafurahia sana, number 1. So tulipata hii training ya Wezesha, ndio inatusaidia sana. So far ile kidogo tumeambua, ile mbele inatungoja tu, tunajua ni mzuri sana.
My name's Fardosa Daud Abduba from Isiolo County, Wabera Ward. Natokea area Tuluroba, and leo tuko hapa kwa sababu ya hii hafla ya Wezesha Vijana program ambayo tumeletewa na Safaricom Foundation together with Caritas and CRS, and we are very grateful for this program kwa sababu imesaidia watu wengi sana, and we are also happy because it was very transparent. They tried their best to pick the most vulnerable people wenye wanafaa kupata this chance.
Kwa majina kamili ni Francis Etelej, nimetoka katika wadi ya Ngarimara, County Isiolo. So hii Wezesha program niliweza kupatana naye nyumbani tu. Hawa wafadhili wa Wezesha walikuja hadi huko, wakatueleza kuhusu hii program. Nasi kama vijana nyumbani, unajua tulimaliza shule lakini hatukuweza kupata nafasi za kujoin any institution, so tukaona ni vizuri tuweze kuapply.
Now that is the last story for our bulletin at this particular moment in time, but we'll be coming to you at 7 p.m. and on the bottom line at exactly 9 p.m. with more detailed stories, including President William Ruto's visit to South Korea for the inaugural Korea-Africa Summit. Until then, keep it Lookuptv. You can visit our website www.lookuptv.co.ke just to get an overview of the stories making headlines not only here in the country but as well across the borders. Do have yourself a wonderful evening, and like always, God bless.
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get in touch with us through 0700 893 542 or send us an email to info@lookuptv.co.ke.